Hi everybody, it's Karen, and welcome to Friday Flowers. Actually, this is a Friday Flowers gone wrong. Okay, I was doing a video. I'm going to show you the bouquet first, okay? Isn't that pretty? I did this for my friend Cheryl's table, and it turned out really nice. It's got yellow mums and orange roses and Gerber daisies, and it has two-tone yellow and orange, and it just turned out so pretty. My friend Cheryl is a big fan. Sorry, I'm doing this like opposite of what I should be doing. She's a big fan of Halloween. So she is one of these people that puts all this stuff everywhere. And she's got her little tablescape. And of course the friend's in the background. Can you see this friend over here? Look at that guy. Anyway, she's got stuff everywhere, but I wanted to make her that little bouquet. And so what I did was I did a bouquet, and I'm gonna sit down here and do my Friday flowers. And hopefully you can see Friday flowers behind me. There they are. So I did, well, I'm going to turn this, and I've got Cheryl's dogs here. So you can hear Lexi and Gussie. They think it's very weird when I talk to myself. Okay, so there we go. You can see the Friday flowers. Lexi, you're going to have to stop that. No. No, Lexi. Come over here and you can get in the picture. Come on. Let me get my camera right for you, and I want to do a Friday flower. See, Lexi thinks that I'm talking to myself, and it's freaking her out. She doesn't see my video very often. Come here, Lex. Come on over here. Sit down. There. This is Lexi. Say hello. Friday flowers. Friday flowers. And Gussie went to hide. You guys go ahead. Oh my gosh, nobody's here. Let me make sure no one's here. No one's here. Stop, both of you. So I'm babysitting, and for the love of Pete, I did flowers, and I had it all set up like I was going to do it. Lexi, enough. I can't do this. Shh. Oh my God. Anyway, I'm babysitting 2 dogs, tried to do Friday flowers, wanted to do this nice bouquet for my friend Cheryl. And Cheryl is an older woman, and she is out playing cards today with her friends. So I thought it would be nice to do this for her and take care of her dogs. So what happened is this. I started Friday flowers, and I started my talk as usual, and lo and behold, I finished Friday flowers and my camera was off. It was on when I started. I don't know what happened. So then I decided I would sit down and do a Friday flowers and have the little bouquet in front of me. I did a different little bouquet in purple as well, and for a gift for someone. And so I sat down to do that one, and I did a big Friday flowers about frustration and how you got to be spiritually fit so you don't get knocked off. And as soon as I was finished with that one, it did not record. So I decided to stop and ask God for some help and tried to do something different. I mean, it just is crazy. So I just finished the bouquet, and there's absolutely no reason. I mean, I was not going to take apart that bouquet so I could do a Friday flowers. So instead, I thought I'd just put Friday flowers and that witch in the background, and I would just do a Friday flowers and do my talk. So what I wanted to talk about today is something kind of sensitive. You know, there's a woman that I know, a very good friend of mine. I just love her to death. And she got sober, and she was sober. She quit drinking, and she was not drinking for a year. And then about 30 days ago, she said, well, you know, I want you guys to know I have been smoking pot. And we were all like, what? You know, I mean, a lot of people talk about this thing called California sober, right? And I don't know where that started. It was just some kind of ridiculous thing, I guess. I'm not sure. I think that started when marijuana became legal, right? You could get a prescription for it. But, you know, it doesn't make any sense to me. If you're in your head, you're like, well, it's okay to smoke pot. Well, it's okay to drink too. People can drink with no problem at all, right? I can't. See, I'm the one that can't drink. So even though they made marijuana legal, come here, Lexi, I'm not crazy. I'm talking into a camera. It's okay. Don't be scared. These dogs are like, I'm locked in a house with an alcoholic. Help me. So I can't drink. Completely legal. I could go to Rite Aid and buy it right now. I could go to Ralph's. I could go to a restaurant and have a glass of wine. You know what I mean? But I can't drink. It's the same with marijuana. I can't smoke pot. I'm just not one of those people. I'm an alcoholic. I can't, you know, doctors will prescribe Vicodin. I can't take Vicodin unless I'm injured and it's prescribed to me and I'm taking it as prescribed. I have no business messing around with Xanax or any kind of mind, you know, disturbing drugs. But anyway, the point of this was this morning she said on the meeting that she had a year sober and 30 days off of pot. And a lot of people congratulated her for a year of a year, period. I don't think they said sobriety, but a year. And a lot of people congratulated her for 30 days. I congratulated her for 30 days. When she had told us, you know, we had a talk about it afterwards, and she really wanted to quit smoking pot and she wanted to do her steps over again. It was like a restart for her. So to me, knowing her, I figured that restart was her new date. But after the meeting, it became kind of a topic. One of the girls said, I don't understand. Do you have a year or do you have 30 days? And the truth of it is that it's really up to her. I mean, it's really, there's no AA police that knock on your door. We'd like your chip back, please. It's to thine own self be true. So, you know, when I first got sober, I got sober off of alcohol and cocaine. I was a terrible cocaine addict as well. And then when I relapsed after 14 years, I relapsed on alcohol. I never did do cocaine again. So I guess you could say I have 28 years off cocaine and 9.5 years, almost 10 years off alcohol again. And I had 14, right? It's just mind-boggling to me. It gets too crazy, right? I have 2 years off cigarettes and I have 4 hours off caffeine. You know what I mean? To me, it's more about what I'm doing in my life. When did I decide to try a spiritual answer instead of something else to fix myself and make myself feel comfortable? So I told her what she did by coming clean on the marijuana and starting her time over again is more helpful for other people than she knows. Because if I could smoke pot, I don't need God. I don't know if a lot of people don't agree with that. Now, if you're a normal person and you smoke pot, that is fine. You know what I mean? I'm talking about the person, the alcoholic, a person with alcoholism. There has to be a psychic change, a spiritual answer to my problem. That seems to be the consistency of what keeps me sober and doesn't make me think about drinking and drugging all the time. But if I'm smoking pot, I don't have that spiritual connection. So I'm constantly going to think about drinking, drugging, right? It's not a good answer for me, but that's for me, right? Everybody has to do their own thing. You know, I've been to meetings before where people have stood up and said, I have 24 hours of sobriety, and they don't. Nobody says, sit down, you know? I've also seen, I go to meetings where there's a lot of homeless and really crazy people, right? These dogs, they want attention because I'm talking to you. And they come into meetings and they'll come in one day and they'll say, I've got 30 days. And I'm like, okay. Then they come in the next day, say, I got 24 hours. Okay. Then they come in the next day, I got 90 days today. I want a 90-day chip. Okay. You know what I mean? I mean, it's a moot point to argue with someone. It doesn't make any, it's no, we're not police. I know what I need to do for me. And I know what I consider, I consider using a spiritual answer in lieu of drugs and alcohol as my way of life. And that's the day I decided that, and I dropped everything else. That's the day I use as my sobriety date. And I will tell you this, I had 14 years before of sobriety where I was not drinking and drugging, but I did not know what alcoholism was. And I was sober, but I wasn't sober like I am now. Now I know what's wrong with me, right? I know, I came for my drinking and I stayed for my thinking. I battle this alcoholism every day. So I don't really consider time a big deal anymore. I mean, I do, in the fact that every time you come in and out, it takes a piece of your soul as well as your mind, your mental capacity. It talks about it in the book. But, we start getting wet brain. We start, they say, oh, you're just going to have delirium tremens and have a heart attack. It's going to take its toll. But whether you have, a year or 10 years, it's a great thing. It's a huge celebration. It's a wonderful thing that you've chosen to have a spiritual answer to your problem and that you're practicing that, right, through prayer and action. So it was just an interesting morning, and I wanted to talk about it because I know that people get really freaked out. I know that there's some people that have to take medication for other issues. They have other mental things going on, physical things going on, and they have a doctor and they are on medicine. And that does not mean you're not sober if you're taking it as prescribed and you're under doctor's care. It's when you abuse it. It's when you are using it, it says take 1 every 4 hours and you're taking 4 every 1 hour. You know what I mean? This is not new information. It's to thine own self be true, So whether she wants to say she has a year or a month, since she gave us the choice today, I said, congratulations on your month, because a month is a lot harder. Clean and sober off of everything, trying to work a spiritual program. I think I could stay, sober without AA, maybe if I was doing cocaine and pot. Of course, of course, the train would derail. You know what I mean? I mean, it derails every day just on fear, resentments, and sex problems. So I have to do this thing, but I do it for myself. It says it on our chips, to thine own self be true. So it is better to know what you're doing and keep an eye on your own house than it is to worry about someone else's and monitor. Now, unless they ask you, what do you think? It's best to just mind your own business. Don't take out a campaign, so-and-so says they have 48 days and they don't. Who cares? If they're, I don't know. It's none of my business. If they're doing better, they're doing better. If they're not, they're going to have to start over anyway. So it's a moot point. I don't argue the point. And I'm just happy people are trying. People are on the road to happy destiny. And we all go at different rates, we all go at different speeds. And it's hard enough to stay sober without having any kind of angst within the community of Alcoholics Anonymous. So there is no judgment. There is only love and tolerance. That is our code. And I hope you love my Friday flowers. I'm sorry you didn't get to see me do them. It was a pretty simple bouquet. Was no crazy thing like I did last time, which I got way out of control on. That's my alcoholism for sure. Anyway, have a great day. And just remember, like with this Friday flowers, you don't have to throw the baby out with the bathwater. You know what I mean? I was ready to just throw the bouquet away and say, fuck it. I'm not doing Friday flowers ever again. It doesn't work. My stupid phone, right? And instead I just decided, okay, actually my marketing director, my brilliant marketing director, Jacqueline, said, why don't you just do a Friday flowers and hold your bouquet? It's like, really? Yeah, there's no rules. You know, let's just do it. Let's keep going. Let's just keep going. And that's the same with sobriety. Just keep going. Okay? Thanks for letting me share.